So, couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks ago, I went to Ikea because I love Ikea, and I found out that I could get from my desk to Ikea's front door in 35 minutes, which to me was a wonderful revelation. And so when I finished work on the Friday night, I was like, I know what I want to do to celebrate the end of the week. I'm gonna go to Ikea. I'm gonna buy all the stuff that I've been lusting after from the spring collection that I really need. Slash don't need, but really want, and like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I can justify it a little bit more because all of this stuff is to use in my Instagram posts as well as in my house, and now I'm making a video out of it. So 100% justified the money I spent. I spent in total £150 for everything, like in total, that you will see here, plus about 20 other candles, which I'm not going to show you because like you've seen one, you've seen a lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them, so there's just no need really, guys, for me to show you all of them. And also, because I went to Ikea like 2 weeks ago now, I was struggling to round up everything that I bought. I just couldn't quite remember. So this is everything that I remember that I bought at Ikea that I could find. This is sounding a lot less exciting than I thought it was going to. Bear with me. Here we go. So, let's start with textiles, shall we? I would love to do this in the way that like Ikea is laid out, but I can't quite remember. So let's just start with textiles. First, and also guys, I will try and post everything down below. If I don't, most of this is from the spring catalogue, so head to Ikea, and like, you don't want to be directed straight to the buy page because browsing Ikea is half of the fun. Or Ikea. Ikea? The wonderful everyday. Okay, I'm such an Ikea fan. Okay, so first thing that I got is this beautiful blanket throw thing. I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but it's like a metallic-y silvery grey colour, and it's got this gorgeous ripply texture on it, which is really hard to keep away from my rabbits because they love it and they will ruin it. But I just think it's beautiful, and honestly, when there are some rugs, and not rugs, but there are some throws that I have which cost me like 50 quid. This one was like, I don't know, like 15 quid or something, maybe less, maybe more, about 15 quid I think. I don't think I'd spent more than that on one in Ikea. And it was beautiful, and it is beautiful, and I love it, and it goes really nicely with the two other throws that I got. So I got this one, I then got this one, which is equally beautiful texture. If you can see, so if you can see that, you've got the lovely ends, and then you've got this beautiful weird like crepe papery texture almost. It's really soft, but the texture looks really crepe papery. It is gorgeous, and it looks like a snowy white throw. You'll have seen it in my Instagram pictures actually, or if you haven't, like go to my Instagram and you'll see lots of pictures of it. The texture is wondrous, and thrown over the side of your bed or a sofa, especially in tandem with the third blanket. So this one is the only one with a really lovely pattern, and again it has the lovely little tassely bits at the end. This is super soft, like I'm not even joking, this is so soft. And so the idea being that you get all three of these throws together, because look at the range of textures, the range of, oh, hoping you can't see that because that is a little bit of dinner that I've got on my throw there, hiding that. Okay, so you've got the gorgeous different grey and white textures, which again, as a lot of my house is grey and white, that is super stunning, like super stunning. And on my yellow sofa, it equally looks really beautiful. They complement each other so well, but the different textures make it still look interesting. I love blankets and textiles, and either way, they are one of my favourite purchases. And I think that is pretty much all the textiles that I bought, I think. So let's move on a little bit. This baby may not mean, that's really loud. This may not mean anything to you, so I'm gonna direct you once again to my Instagram, where I used it for what is almost certainly the wrong purpose. You're supposed to like use it as a decanter. You know, decanter, you put wine in it, you keep it in it, let it ruminate at room temperature, that sort of thing. I, however, use it, you fill the bottom bit with muesli, the top little piece of glass, top little jug with milk, and then it looks like a really cool middle of your breakfast table, like almost like an installation. You almost don't even have to eat the cereal and use the milk. It just looks so pretty in the middle of your brunch table, which is possibly the most middle class millennial thing I have ever said. And I kind of want to take it back, but kind of can't, because that's exactly what I want to use this for, and what I have used it for in my Instagram pictures. Again, plug in my Instagram, go and check it out, see how I used it. It's really pretty. And again, I'll try and remember to link it below. It was, again, I don't even need to say it wasn't that expensive. It's Ikea, of course it wasn't, and it's lovely. And as you can hear, it is proper glass. It is. Let's move on. So, okay, interesting one. Let's go to mugs. I got a selection of these little mug things. They're really cute. They have, you know when it's like a flecked white? So you can see it's really speckly in there. Really pretty. And the pink is such a lovely baby pink. And then also, because I've got, this looks black, and I'm sure it'll look black on the camera. It is actually a really, I think it's a really dark grey. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but it feels like a really dark grey. Anyway, so they have these in different sizes, so you can get like a set of them. And what I did is I have this one, which is, you know, for my tea, for my coffee, maybe even for, and don't judge me for this, but maybe even for dipping in, like, I like, okay, insight into me. I like to pour my garlic mayonnaise into these, and then when I'm eating pizza, I can like dip my pizza crusts in them. I am pretty sure that's not what Ikea wants these to be used for, but it works for me, you know? Like the wonderful every day. And this is for the wonderful every Friday for dipping pizza night. Anyway, so on this one, however, the tall, lovely glass, which you would usually use for, I don't know, like a Pepsi or something, I have filled with candle wax and made it into a lovely, cute little candle, which is really pretty. And it's sort of, because you've got the really hard, obviously, like cup casing around it, it reflects the light up on the rim of the inside. It's really nice, rather than like the usual glass jars which you'd usually have. It's lovely. So yeah, so these are actually quite nice next to each other. If I'm like, say I'm using this for my garlic mayo on the dining table on a Friday, and I have this next to it with it lit, it kind of looks like a really cute little set. It's very nice. So yeah, so that was, I also, in the same section, got 3 plates. These were purely bought for Instagram, which is why I didn't buy a full set, but also they were like £1 each. Like really, how can you not buy them at that price? So first one I got is this. Look at that gorgeous, like, just really nice little pattern, and I thought it was just adorable. Really sweet, and I'm going to use it for pastries. I also thought it might be nice in summer to actually genuinely use and take it outside into my garden and like put fresh fruit on it and stuff like that. Really nice. I like having pretty plates that sort of are quite different, you know, mismatch them together on a table. So hence why I then went and got 2 more plates, and I got this one, which is my favourite. And it's again really speckly white but lined in black. And I really like plates that are flat with the tiny little up bit. It makes me think of those like camping plates that you have, and I do love camping, but it feels that little bit more rustic. I don't know, it's really just genuinely really nice. So yeah, so I like that. And then the prettiest plate is this one. Look at that beautiful little painted flower pattern. And again, this was like £1.50 or something. It really wasn't expensive, but it's so pretty. And these, like I should probably say, these all come in sets as well. If you want to buy a full set of them, if you want to buy the bowls, you can do that. I just happen to only want the plates. But yeah, so these will look really cute, sort of mismatched against each other on summer picnics in my garden, that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm really happy with them. It's gone really sunny in my room, hence the brightness. Soz, guys. I also bought some more potpourri. God, that smells good. It smells so vanilla-y. I don't use potpourri for what it's supposed to be used for. The Ikea potpourri I use purely in Instagram, and I think it's beautiful. It like fills the blank space that I have, and also smells so good. Honestly, this one, yeah, so it's Dofter, and it's like 75p a pound or something per one of these bags. And every time I go to Ikea, I buy like 3 or 4 of them because I always end up losing them, and they go down and down and down and down. And also they only ever come with like one big flower in them. So ooh, it's important to get a couple, and then you have multiple flowers. And also at that price, like seriously guys, honestly, like you could kit out, I mean, to be honest, my whole house is Ikea anyway, so this bed is Ikea, duh. In fact, that chest of drawers in the background, that's Ikea. The matching one to that in front of me, it's Ikea as well. Oh yeah, no, the wardrobe over there, that is Ikea. Worryingly obsessed. Shall we look at some candles next? So, I haven't got all of these. These came in sets. So there's this cute little shaped one, which I have so many plain white pillar candles and plain white candles that I make myself. I was really looking for some candles that had more of a stone, more of a beige, just more of a brown or lavender almost colour to them. So enter these, and this one, which is like a stone brownie sort of colour, almost verging on green. And this one, which I haven't opened yet, which is called Sinlig. And it has a carrot cake on the picture, which like makes me really happy because I love carrot cake. But also the colour on this, it's gone to really sunny in my room again, guys, so I don't know if you're even going to see the colour, but it's almost, oh, it smells good. Oh, it really does smell of carrot cake, but it's like almost a lavender stone. I think lavender stone is how I'm going to go that. It's really nice. There are also some, so I don't know where these will be in your Ikea, but in my Ikea, as you're about to go down into the marketplace, there was like a setup of all these like naturals, so more natural, earthy, basically Ikea taking advantage of that naturals trend, which doesn't mean that any of this stuff is natural, but it does fit in with that whole vibe. So there was like yoga mats and all that sort of thing. Anyway, I loved some of the bits in there. So for example, this, which I think is like a terranium, but like how cool is this? Genuinely really cool. And it's, I don't know if you heard the ding, but you can lift that off. You can sit loads of candles inside. You can take, ooh, you can take the cork out the top, which, by the way, if you want to put candles inside it, you can't leave that cork in because the oxygen will make it die out. You'll see a couple of pictures on my Instagram where I've got the cork on top. Literally, you have to light the candles, set up the shot, and then very quickly put the stopper in, run backwards, take the picture, and then quickly take the stopper out so that the candles don't go out. It's like a race against time, and you only get one chance every time. It takes a while. Anyway, this is one of my favourite purchases because it's beautiful. It's also hand-blown glass, so super nice quality, really pretty, and I think it was about maybe 10, 15 pounds, something like that. I will put it down below again because this is quite distinctive, easy for me to find online on Ikea. There was some more things in that range that I picked up, so actually I have a feeling this was in that range, to be honest. But I picked up these, which I haven't got a clue what they are. However, I made things out of them again. So I made this one a candle, which is quite funky and geometric, and it just goes on my mantelpiece. And it's like a dark, yeah, like a really dark brown, almost black colour. And this bit comes off, so you can have it just like that, or you can have it with the weird thing in the top. It's quite cool. I think most people would use these without, you know, the wax that I've poured in there. You could use it as a vase, but you know, there's nothing wrong with making your own use out of something. I always make my own use out of things. We also have this, which sort of goes alongside it, like a set. But you would mainly use this as some kind of jewellery jar, I think, or a jar to store things in. It has this little stone top on it, which doesn't really slot in, but it just fits just in there, so it sits a little bit in to the pot. And again, I have filled the top with a tiny little candle, so you can turn the jar upside down and you can either sit things in that little bit there if you haven't filled it with wax, or if you filled it with wax like me, it becomes a little candle. Dual uses, guys, depending on your mood. Really good thinking, IKEA. Well done, if I do say so myself. Why would I say so myself? I didn't make these. We're nearly coming to the end. We have, so we have a tea towel, which was bought purely for Instagram, and you can imagine my horror when I saw my husband trying to use it to actually wash things up. It is not for washing up, it is for posing in pictures. I really hate myself sometimes. I really, really do. Anyway, lovely, like, again, feels really natural. It goes with that whole earthy vibe that I quite like. And then we get onto the chopping boards, which, like, you cannot go to IKEA without buying chopping boards, guys. You just can't. So the first one I got is this mini one, which I'm using part cheese board, part prop. But this, in fact, this one and the other one took me forever to pick because every single one of these is slightly different in IKEA. They're not all the same with the same markings. They are slightly different because they are really wood. So, like, the amount of time that I spent trying to choose which chopping board I wanted, depending on the grain, the colour, how dark it is, how light it is, there's a lot of work that goes into that sort of thing. I don't think you understand. Or, if you're like me, you probably do and you feel my pain. Like, feel my pain. Anyway, I love this. Nice and small, and, I mean, you can sort of see the size there. Just a bit bigger than my head. The pièce de résistance, however, of chopping boards is this one, which is a bit dirty because I just used it in my Instagram setup, but look, my giant pizza chopping board, which makes Pizza Friday feel a whole lot more fancy, like a whole lot more fancy, especially when you imagine this beautiful, huge chopping board. You got it. And then you got your lovely new cup on top, which is filled with garlic mayonnaise, and you're dipping your pizza in it, which is sitting there. Like, literally, how could you want anything more for your evening than that? Maybe put a candle on it. Like, maybe you do. I know mine always has a glass of Prosecco on there as well. Ooh. Okay, one last thing before I go. These bed sheets. IKEA. And they've got, if you see, you've got the seams on the outside, which again, they feel super natural, earthy, raw, really lovely. I'm not saying they are natural, earthy and raw, they just feel that way, and I like it. And that's, like, really most of what I had to say, guys. That is my IKEA haul. I probably bought some more stuff, but, like, can't find it. Hope you enjoyed that. Bit of a random video from me, I guess, but, like, IKEA is a big part of my life. I love it, and I hope that you love that too. Definitely go and check out their spring collection though. I loved it, and I will probably be going again soon in a couple of weeks when I've got someone else to help me carry stuff, because I do not have a car as I live in London, so you can imagine getting home from IKEA with all that stuff. That was fun. Maybe I should have vlogged that, because that was ridiculous. And yeah, that's about all I'm going to talk to you about, and I will see you all soon.